Question 1. What event in 1215 significantly shaped the constitutional framework of England? A. The Norman Conquest. B. The Battle of Agincourt. C. The signing of the Magna Carta. D. The establishment of the Church of England. Answer: C. The signing of the Magna Carta. The signing of the Magna Carta in 1215 was crucial as it laid down the foundation for the constitutional framework of England, emphasizing the principle that everyone, including the king, is subject to the law. Question 2. Who was the first female Prime Minister of the UK, and what year did she take office? A. Margaret Thatcher, 1979. B. Theresa May, 2016. C. Angela Merkel, 2005. D. Elizabeth II, 1952. Answer: A. Margaret Thatcher, 1979. Margaret Thatcher became the first female Prime Minister of the United Kingdom in 1979, serving until 1990. Question 3. What are the main responsibilities of the Home Secretary in the UK? A. Managing foreign relations. B. Overseeing the Treasury. C. Leading the Department of Education. D. Overseeing domestic security and immigration. Answer: D. Overseeing domestic security and immigration. The Home Secretary in the UK is responsible for overseeing domestic security, policing, immigration and citizenship. Question 4. Describe the impact of the Glorious Revolution on the British monarchy. A. It abolished the monarchy. B. It restored the Catholic monarchy. C. It established parliamentary sovereignty over the monarchy. D. It led to a significant loss of British territories. Answer: C. It established parliamentary sovereignty over the monarchy. The Glorious Revolution of 1688 significantly impacted the British monarchy by establishing parliamentary sovereignty, marking a shift towards constitutional monarchy. Question 5. What led to the formation of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland in 1801? A. The American Revolution. B. The Acts of Union 1800. C. The Magna Carta. D. The English Civil War. Answer: B. The Acts of Union 1800. The Acts of Union 1800 led to the formation of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland in 1801, uniting the kingdoms of Great Britain and Ireland. Question 6. Which legislation, passed in 1833, was the first major step towards the abolition of slavery in the British Empire? A. The Emancipation Proclamation. B. The Slavery Abolition Act. C. The Civil Rights Act. D. The Human Rights Act. Answer: B. The Slavery Abolition Act. The Slavery Abolition Act of 1833 was a significant piece of legislation that marked the first major step towards the abolition of slavery across the British Empire. Question 7. What was the primary purpose of the Elizabethan Poor Law of 1601? A. To establish public schools. B. To regulate the printing press. C. To provide relief for the poor. D. To strengthen the military. Answer: C. To provide relief for the poor. The Elizabethan Poor Law of 1601 was enacted to provide relief to the poor and set the foundation for welfare legislation in England. Question 8. During which conflict was the Battle of Britain fought? A. World War I. B. The Falklands War. C. World War II. D. The Cold War. Answer: C. World War II. The Battle of Britain was a significant conflict during World War II, where the British Royal Air Force defended the United Kingdom against large-scale attacks by Nazi Germany's Air Force. Question 9. What historical document began the process of power transfer from the monarchy to Parliament? A. The Bill of Rights. B. The Magna Carta. C. The Royal Charter. D. The Act of Settlement. Answer B. The Magna Carta. The Magna Carta, signed in 1215, began the process of power transfer from the monarchy to Parliament by asserting that the king was subject to the law. Question 10. Who was responsible for signing the Magna Carta, and why is it significant? A. King Richard I for establishing the Church of England. B. King John, as it limited the powers of the monarchy. C. Queen Victoria for abolishing slavery. D. King Henry VIII for separating from the Catholic Church. Answer B. King John, as it limited the powers of the monarchy. King John signed the Magna Carta in 1215, which is significant as it limited the absolute power of the monarchy and laid the foundation for future legal principles in England. Question 11. What major world event did Britain participate in from 1914 to 1918? A. The Boer War. B. World War II. C. The Korean War. D. World War I. Answer D. World War I. Britain was a major participant in World War I, which took place from 1914 to 1918, involving many nations across the world. Question 12. What year did the UK first join the European Economic Community, which later became the EU? A. 1957. B. 1963. C. 1973. D. 1981. Answer C. 1973. The UK first joined the European Economic Community, EEC, later to become the European Union in 1973. Question 13. Describe the main provisions of the Act of Settlement 1701. A. It granted universal suffrage. B. It established Protestant succession to the British throne. C. It abolished the monarchy. D. It created the Commonwealth. Answer B. It established Protestant succession to the British throne. The Act of Settlement 1701 was enacted to settle the succession to the English and Irish crowns on Protestants only, which ensured that all future monarchs would be Protestant. Question 14. What significant event did the Gunpowder Plot of 1605 involve? A. A plot to invade France. B. A plan to blow up the House of Lords and kill King James I. C. A rebellion in the American colonies. D. The signing of a peace treaty. Answer B. A plan to blow up the House of Lords and kill King James I. The Gunpowder Plot of 1605 was a failed attempt by a group of provincial English Catholics to assassinate King James I by blowing up the House of Lords during the state opening of Parliament. Question 15. Name one British invention from the 20th century that had a global impact. A. The steam engine. B. The telephone. C. The World Wide Web. D. The light bulb. Answer C. The World Wide Web. The World Wide Web was invented by British scientist Tim Berners-Lee in 1989 and has had a profound global impact on communication, information sharing, and commerce. Question 16. Who was the UK monarch during the American War of Independence? A. Queen Elizabeth I. B. King George III. C. King Henry VIII. D. King Edward VII. Answer: B. King George III. King George III was the monarch during the American War of Independence, which saw the 13 American colonies fight for and gain independence from British rule. Question 17. How did the British Empire affect global trade in the 19th century? A. It limited trade to within the empire. B. It had no impact on global trade. C. It greatly expanded global trade networks. D. It monopolized all trade routes. Answer: C. It greatly expanded global trade networks. The British Empire had a profound effect on global trade in the 19th century by expanding trade networks across its vast colonial empire, facilitating the exchange of goods, resources, and cultural influences. Question 18. What treaty marked the end of the Napoleonic Wars? A. The Treaty of Paris. B. The Treaty of Versailles. C. The Congress of Vienna. D. The Treaty of Westphalia. Answer: A. The Treaty of Paris. The Treaty of Paris, signed in 1815, marked the end of the Napoleonic Wars after Napoleon's defeat at Waterloo, leading to a reorganization of European borders and the establishment of a balance of power. Question 19. Who was responsible for commissioning the Domesday Book? A. King Alfred the Great. B. William the Conqueror. C. Queen Elizabeth I. D. King Henry V. Answer: B. William the Conqueror. William the Conqueror commissioned the Domesday Book in 1086, a great survey of much of England and parts of Wales to assess and record land holdings and resources, establishing the basis for taxation. Question 20. What was the primary impact of the Black Death on medieval England? A. It led to an increase in the population. B. It resulted in significant social and economic upheaval. C. It improved health standards. D. It had no noticeable impact. Answer: B. It resulted in significant social and economic upheaval. The Black Death, which struck England in the mid-14th century, led to widespread mortality, drastically reducing the population and causing profound social, economic, and cultural changes. Question 21. Which British monarch faced the abdication crisis of 1936, and what was the outcome? A. King George VI. B. King Edward VIII. C. Queen Victoria. D. King George V. Answer: B. King Edward VIII. King Edward VIII faced the abdication crisis of 1936, which resulted in his abdication from the throne to marry Wallis Simpson, an American divorcee, leading to his brother, George VI, becoming king. Question 22. What historic event is marked by the annual celebration of Guy Fawkes Night? A. The end of the English Civil War. B. The restoration of the monarchy. C. The Gunpowder Plot of 1605. D. The signing of the Magna Carta. Answer: C. The Gunpowder Plot of 1605. Guy Fawkes Night, celebrated annually on November 5th, marks the foiling of the Gunpowder Plot in which Guy Fawkes and other conspirators attempted to blow up the House of Lords in 1605. Question 23. What were the Corn Laws, and what effect did their repeal have on Britain? A. Laws that restricted the export of corn, leading to economic decline upon their repeal. B. Laws imposing tariffs on imported grain. Their repeal in 1846 led to lower food prices and economic growth. C. Laws that enforced the planting of corn. Their repeal caused agricultural depression. D. Laws that prohibited the use of corn in industrial processes. Their repeal had little effect. Answer B. Laws imposing tariffs on imported grain. Their repeal in 1846 led to lower food prices and economic growth. The Corn Laws were designed to protect domestic grain producers by imposing tariffs on imported grain. Their repeal led to cheaper bread and greater economic liberalism. Question 24. Who was the longest reigning monarch before Queen Elizabeth II? A. Queen Victoria. B. King George III. C. Queen Anne. D. King Henry VIII. Answer A. Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria was the longest reigning monarch before Queen Elizabeth II, serving from 1837 to 1901. Question 25. What changes did the Great Reform Act of 1832 bring about? A. It abolished the monarchy and established a republic. B. It extended the franchise, giving more men the right to vote and redistributing parliamentary seats. C. It mandated religious reforms. D. It decreased the voting age to 16. Answer B. It extended the franchise, giving more men the right to vote and redistributing parliamentary seats. The Great Reform Act of 1832 widened the electoral franchise and addressed the imbalance in parliamentary representation, making the electoral system more representative. Question 26. Name the key battles fought by British forces during World War II. A. The Battle of Midway, the Battle of Kursk. B. The Battle of Britain, the Battle of El Alamein. C. The Battle of Waterloo, the Battle of Trafalgar. D. The Battle of Hastings, the Battle of Yorktown. Answer B. The Battle of Britain, the Battle of El Alamein. These were key battles during World War II, where British forces played significant roles, with the Battle of Britain being crucial in defending the UK from invasion. Question 27. To describe the significance of the Beveridge Report. A. It proposed reforms that led to the modern welfare state. B. It outlined defence strategies for Cold War. C. It was a financial report that led to the UK joining the EU. D. It focused on educational reforms in the 20th century. Answer A. It proposed reforms that led to the modern welfare state. The Beveridge Report, published in 1942, outlined a plan for widespread social insurance from cradle to grave and was instrumental in the founding of the welfare state after World War II. Question 28. What is the function of the Commonwealth and what role does the UK play in it? A. The Commonwealth serves as a political union for economic benefits, with the UK as its leader. B. The Commonwealth is primarily a cultural organisation with no political ties. The UK is a member. C. The Commonwealth supports development, democracy and cultural exchange. The UK is a founding member and key supporter. D. The Commonwealth is a military alliance and the UK provides the majority of funding. Answer C. The Commonwealth supports development, democracy and cultural exchange. The UK is a founding member and key supporter. The Commonwealth aims to foster international cooperation and trade links between nations. Question 29. How did the UK's role change after the end of the Cold War? A. The UK became more isolated internationally. B. The UK expanded its territorial claims. C. The UK focused on European integration and global peacekeeping. D. The UK dissolved its alliances. Answer C. The UK focused on European integration and global peacekeeping. After the Cold War, the UK played an active role in European integration and became involved in various global peacekeeping and humanitarian efforts. Question 30. What is the significance of the Good Friday Agreement? A. It was a trade agreement with the EU. B. It ended the conflict in Northern Ireland, known as the Troubles. C. It established the UK's independence from the EU. D. It was a peace treaty with France. Answer B. It ended the conflict in Northern Ireland, known as the Troubles. The Good Friday Agreement, signed in 1998, was crucial in bringing an end to decades of conflict in Northern Ireland between nationalists and unionists. Question 31. How has the concept of devolution shaped the governance of Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland? A. It has weakened the UK by promoting secession. B. It has granted these regions complete independence. C. It has provided these regions with greater autonomy through their own parliaments. D. It has led to the centralisation of power in London. Answer C. It has provided these regions with greater autonomy through their own parliaments. Devolution in the UK has allowed Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland to exercise greater self-governance through their own legislative bodies, addressing regional needs more directly. Question 32. What was the main reason behind the introduction of the National Health Service? A. To support military families. B. To provide comprehensive and free health care to all citizens. C. To privatise health care. D. To reduce government spending on health care. Answer B. To provide comprehensive and free health care to all citizens. The National Health Service, NHS, was introduced in 1948 primarily to provide free health care to all UK citizens, funded through taxation. Question 33. Who were the key figures in the suffragette movement in the UK? A. Emmeline Pankhurst and Millicent Fawcett. B. Margaret Thatcher and Theresa May. C. Elizabeth I and Mary Queen of Scots. D. Virginia Woolf and Sylvia Plath. Answer A. Emmeline Pankhurst and Millicent Fawcett. These women were instrumental in the British suffragette movement, advocating vigorously for women's right to vote. Question 34. What event led to the extension of the franchise in the Reform Act of 1867? A. Economic prosperity. B. Pressure from the monarchy. C. Widespread public protests and political activism. D. A Supreme Court decision. Answer C. Widespread public protests and political activism. The Reform Act of 1867, which extended the franchise, was largely influenced by public demand and political pressure for greater democratic reforms. Question 35. How did the Industrial Revolution change British society? A. It led to the decline of agriculture. B. It resulted in significant technological, economic, and social transformations. C. It isolated the UK from Europe. D. It decreased the population in urban areas. Answer B. It resulted in significant technological, economic, and social transformations. The Industrial Revolution, starting in the late 18th century, profoundly changed British society, leading to urbanisation, the development of industries, and significant social changes. Question 36. What is the Salisbury Doctrine, and how does it influence legislative processes in the UK? A. It mandates that all legislation must receive unanimous approval. B. It states that the House of Lords should not block legislation that is promised in the government's manifesto. C. It is a foreign policy principle. D. It refers to annual financial legislation only. Answer. B. It states that the House of Lords should not block legislation that is promised in the government's manifesto. The Salisbury Doctrine influences the legislative process by ensuring that the House of Lords does not obstruct the democratic will of the elected House of Commons, particularly regarding manifesto commitments. Question 37. Who was the Prime Minister of the UK during the Falklands War? A. Winston Churchill. B. Margaret Thatcher. C. Tony Blair. D. John Major. Answer. B. Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher was the Prime Minister during the Falklands War in 1982, which was a conflict between the United Kingdom and Argentina over the Falkland Islands. Question 38. What were the primary reasons for the creation of the welfare state post-World War II? A. To strengthen the military. B. To provide comprehensive social security and public services to all citizens. C. To reduce government intervention in the economy. D. To promote private health care and education. Answer. B. To provide comprehensive social security and public services to all citizens. The creation of the welfare state in the UK was aimed at providing security and improving living standards for all citizens through services like healthcare, education, and social security. Question 39. How did the Railways Act of 1921 impact British transport? A. It led to the decline of railway usage. B. It nationalised railways, creating a single system known as British Railways. C. It privatised all railways. D. It had no significant impact. Answer. B. It nationalised railways, creating a single system known as British Railways. The Railways Act of 1921 was significant for consolidating many of Britain's railway companies into the Big Four groups, standardising and improving efficiency in British rail transport. Question 40. What role did Britain play in the creation of the United Nations? A. It was opposed to the formation of the UN. B. It was a founding member and played a key role in its establishment. C. It joined only after the UN was established. D. It played a minor role with little impact. Answer. B. It was a founding member and played a key role in its establishment. Britain was instrumental in the creation of the United Nations, participating actively in the 1945 conference that led to its founding, and has since been a permanent member of the Security Council. Question 41. How does the British judicial system work, particularly regarding the Supreme Court? A. The Supreme Court serves as the primary legislative body. B. It is purely ceremonial and has no real legal power. C. The Supreme Court is the final court of appeal in the UK for civil cases and for criminal cases from England, Wales, and Northern Ireland. D. The Supreme Court only deals with financial legislation. Answer. C. The Supreme Court is the final court of appeal in the UK for civil cases and for criminal cases from England, Wales, and Northern Ireland. It plays a crucial role in the UK judicial system by ensuring that laws are interpreted and applied correctly. Question 42. Describe the changes brought about by the Fixed Term Parliaments Act. A. It abolished the monarchy's involvement in Parliament. B. It established fixed-term elections for Parliament every 5 years, unless certain conditions are met for an earlier election. C. It extended the term limits of MPs to 10 years. D. It removed the fixed schedule for parliamentary elections. Answer. B. It established fixed-term elections for Parliament every 5 years, unless certain conditions are met for an earlier election. The Fixed-Term Parliaments Act was designed to provide more stability and predictability in the timing of parliamentary elections. Question 43. What triggered the UK's decision to invoke Article 50 of the Lisbon Treaty? A. A Supreme Court ruling. B. The result of a national referendum on EU membership held in 2016. C. Pressure from other EU nations. D. Economic recession. Answer. B. The result of a national referendum on EU membership held in 2016. The decision to invoke Article 50, which began the formal process of leaving the European Union, was triggered by the Brexit referendum, where a majority of British voters chose to leave the EU. Question 44. What were the social and economic impacts of the Enclosure Acts in Britain? A. They led to significant urbanisation and changes in agricultural practices. B. They decreased the population in urban areas. C. They improved living conditions in rural areas. D. They had no notable impact. Answer. A. They led to significant urbanisation and changes in agricultural practices. The Enclosure Acts privatised common lands, leading many people to move to urban areas for work as agricultural practices became more commercialised and efficient. Question 45. How has immigration shaped modern British culture and economy? A. It has had no impact. B. It has isolated communities. C. It has enriched the culture and strengthened the economy through diversity and innovation. D. It has led to a decrease in cultural diversity. Answer. C. It has enriched the culture and strengthened the economy through diversity and innovation. Immigration has played a key role in shaping modern British culture and economy, contributing to cultural diversity and bringing new skills and perspectives that have driven innovation and economic growth. Question 46. What is the primary function of the Bank of England? A. It only prints banknotes. B. It serves as the government's bank and the central bank, managing monetary policy and maintaining monetary stability. C. It provides loans to individuals. D. It collects taxes. Answer. B. It serves as the government's bank and the central bank, managing monetary policy and maintaining monetary stability. The Bank of England plays a crucial role in the UK economy by setting interest rates, issuing currency, and ensuring the financial system's stability. Question 47. Describe the evolution of the British media from the BBC's inception to the digital age. A. The British media has remained unchanged. B. It began with the BBC's establishment in 1922, evolving into a diverse landscape with the advent of digital technology, expanding access to information. C. The BBC was replaced by digital media outlets. D. Media evolution in Britain has regressed. Answer. B. It began with the BBC's establishment in 1922, evolving into a diverse landscape with the advent of digital technology, expanding access to information. This evolution has included the proliferation of digital and social media, dramatically changing how people consume news and entertainment. Question 48. What landmark case established the principle of judicial review in the UK? A. The Marbury v. Madison case. B. The Entekvas Carrington case. C. The Factortame case. D. The Bushels case. Answer C. The Factortame case. This case is notable for establishing the principle that courts could constrain the powers of the UK Parliament, marking a significant development in administrative law and the principle of judicial review. Question 49. How has the UK addressed environmental challenges in the 21st century? A. By withdrawing from international environmental agreements. B. Through comprehensive strategies including legislation to reduce carbon emissions and promote renewable energy. C. By ignoring environmental issues. D. Focusing only on nuclear energy. Answer B. Through comprehensive strategies including legislation to reduce carbon emissions and promote renewable energy. The UK has addressed environmental challenges by implementing various policies aimed at reducing environmental impact and promoting sustainability. Question 50. What are the principles behind the UK's foreign aid strategy? A. To influence global trade policies. B. To provide support based solely on political alliances. C. To promote international development and welfare through targeted aid, focusing on poverty reduction and emergency relief. D. To restrict foreign aid to former colonies only. Answer C. To promote international development and welfare through targeted aid, focusing on poverty reduction and emergency relief. The UK's foreign aid strategy is grounded in the principles of promoting sustainable development and humanitarian aid, contributing to global efforts to improve health, education, and economic conditions in developing countries.